Welcome back to Young Bloom's YouTube flower channel. Lovely to be with you again, and it feels like it's been a while, but it's because I was competing, or my team and I were competing at Chelsea Flower Show. So that was about 3 weeks ago. The dust has settled, my brain has recalibrated, and I want to show you some of the techniques that we used in the design to keep everything alive. So the main aim of my design was that it was sustainable, so all the plants came back here, went into the ground again, the flowers on the compost heap, but the mechanics were something that I wanted to share with you. It's quite straightforward. It took us a while to get our heads around how it would work, but it was successful because we got a bronze medal, so that's quite good. So let's get started and I'll show you how we got on. So the basics of what you're going to need today are flowers. We're using cornflowers, a pair of scissors, some string. We've got 2 compostable bags here, and moss. You can kind of see there's a pile of moss there. That's essentially all you'll need for this exercise. So the first thing is I have this compostable bag. I bought them online. I can put a link into the notes as to where I got them from. And all I'm going to do is pop moss into the bag. So this is just, we buy flat moss from the market. Make sure that you buy it from a suitable source. A couple of handfuls in. I'm just going to pop a bit of water in, make sure it's nice and damp. And then I've got 3 test tubes here. You can see I've chopped the bottoms off, and we ended up using hose pipe that was wide enough, but I've got these 3 smaller ones, and essentially all you do is put them in the top like that. So that's the tube that you can put the flowers into. So I have my bag, I have the 3 test tube tops in there that I chopped the bottoms off. The moss is in there, it's damp, and I'm just going to tie a piece of string round to hold those 3 tubes in place. So that will give me the basis for which I need to keep flowers hydrated. There we go. So really simple. So if you want to use bigger tubing, that's absolutely fine. The next stage and final stage before you put the flowers in is to cover this bag in moss, because obviously Chelsea Flower Show and all, the mechanics, they don't want to see. So we created a kokedama. If you don't know what a kokedama is, then I will put a link in now for you to watch that tutorial. So really simple, get yourself string again, and all you do is a piece of flat moss, and you're just, hopefully you can see this okay, you're just laying it over, tucking it round, bit here. So you can see I've created that ball, essentially just tying this string round, starting yourself off. This is where you need 3 hands. You might feel a bit clunky starting this, but you know, bear with. Okay, and you're simply just locking this moss into place. Doesn't matter which direction you go in, just wrapping. And that holds it into place. So this is something that you could do ahead of time quite easily. Chopping this string off and then using the end that's left and tying a knot. So yeah, you could do this ahead of time and get these parcels ready. So for Chelsea, all we did was put a bit of moss over the top to hide this plastic, because I think that was the thing that people were most interested in, was what were the flowers in, what water source did they have. So you can see now I can simply just fill these tubes up with flowers, and I have myself a vase that I can keep the flowers hydrated in. So there you go, there is your moss ball. I've wrapped some moss around the top of it so you can't see the plastic, and then the cornflowers are just sitting in their tubes hitting water so they're hydrated. And that is the essential basics of how we created water source for our flowers at Chelsea Flower Show. So, as always, hope you found this helpful and look forward to seeing you next time.